Let's move on to the dark tourism thing because it's interesting. I've never seen them give out tickets before. These tickets of over $100 they're going to give to people. How do you explain this psychologically? Like why people are drawn to go to these homes?
You know, it's what you brought up, a word you brought up earlier, horror. You know, it's the horror of it all. I mean, people are very attracted to murder and mayhem, and especially if there's a house that's in the neighborhood. I mean, they're getting a lot of stimulation out of looking at it and saying to themselves, "Here's where it happened. This is where he killed them." Okay, even though he's innocent until proven guilty, I have to say that. But I mean, this is where it took place. He had a vault in there. He had guns in there. You know, this is the house. Then on the other side of that, there's something ironic. Get a load out of this. You got to see this house. This guy was an architect, had a successful business in downtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
Where do you see the house this architect looked at? So you have these various stimulators taking place. And, you know, I mean, people are just drawn to true crime. They're just drawn to murder and mayhem. And that's why horror shows do very well in the theaters. I mean, it's just very stimulating. It creates an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, and to a certain extent, I get it. I mean, look, if something happened in my neighborhood and I wasn't a reporter, I'd probably drive by. I mean, I don't think I could help myself. I'm just curious and kind of a nosy person. I think most people are. So you can understand that. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Even if you park, get out of your car, oh, I'm going to walk the dog by. Look, I mean, I get that. I think where I draw the line when I go out to these scenes is the people who are just like joking out there and just lingering around and taking selfies outside these houses, and then they go up on their Facebook Live and just kind of make a joke of the whole thing. That seems like wrong.
Yeah, it's lurking. I mean, it's like you know, dark lurking. And I really think that they're not showing the family any empathy. I mean, because a family and children, especially along with the wife, have been really affected here. Okay. I mean, there's two sides to this, you know, and just like there's two sides to him. Okay. I mean, you've got the chameleon here. I call it the dark chameleon, where you have the father that was very, I guess, loving and caring in some way, that they stuck by him. And then you have him leading a double life and supposedly being a, you know, serial killer and a sadist and someone who's very interested in murder and torture.
Yeah, the double life thing is what really freaks me out, that people are capable of that. But just back to the dark tourism thing, I'm thinking back to my time outside the house where the murders happened in Idaho, where Brian Kohberger is accused of those killings. And again, you had a lot of people driving by, and you could understand that. But outside that house, there were also people that would come and want to take pictures and want to joke around, and like almost like some people even like came by with like beers and stuff. And I think, does this just become such entertainment to them that they lose track of the fact that there are like real families behind the scenes, that this isn't just like a video game?
Yeah, you're right. You have to ask yourself, how did they become so desensitized,
Yeah.
you know, to the whole family unit and the whole picture, you know? But I mean,
is it social media, do you think? You think it's social media?
I think it's all the above. I think it's social media. I think it's, you know, television. I think, you know, there's a big market out there for violence.
Yeah.
I think it's video games. I mean, we live in a very, very violent society. It's on the news every night. We've got all types of mass murders. We've got serial killers. I mean, the United States is really the murder capital of the world.
Do you think Rex Heuermann may have committed the murders inside that house where he lived there with his wife? I mean, because the police haven't really given us details about that. They said they were looking for trace evidence. We know they took stuff. They did that extensive search of the house. I mean, do you think they're going to end up being able to tie any of the killings to that actual house?
I think, I don't know if they're going to be able to tie them to the house, but I'll tell you something. I really think that he would have gotten a lot of use out of that gun vault he had, okay? And that kind of safe type of situation, because if he was going to kill, and his wife being out of town, the kids being out of town on vacation, gave him, such leeway to use that house and whatever was in that house in any way, shape, or form he wanted. And let's face it, you're inside that vault. Nobody's going to hear you scream, okay? Yeah. That's something he's got to be cognizant of. In order to keep control and have, his victim dominated, he's got to keep them quiet. They can't be screaming. We can't have neighbors running over. We can't have neighbors calling the cops. I think he would have taken, full advantage of that vault, that gun vault, for other reasons besides guns.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.